Okay, so we have kind of like a reading comp deleting question, right? We want to know whether the author should, right, delete the underlined portion, right? So let's just kind of summarize it to ourselves, right? O'Connor grew up on this ranch in Arizona, but found herself under the watchful eye of the mainstream media in 1981 when she became, right? So she was the first female justice of the U.S. Supreme Court. She attended Stanford Law School, blah, 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 right? The same year, and then, or so, let's wait to like read this underlined portion. Her legacy is that of a moderate judge who wrote decisive opinions in cases on affirmative action, blah, 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 right? Okay, so what is this about? This is about Sandra Day O'Connor, right? And then they're asking, the same year she graduated law school, nearly 6% of college graduates were women, right? Should we keep this? Right, because it gives a helpful statistic that may be unknown to the reader. I wouldn't say really that, right? So like maybe it is unknown, but it's not really that. It's not so much helpful in like what this actual paragraph is about. It explains the reason why Sandra Day O'Connor was such an exceptional woman. No, this statistic is really more about 6% of college graduates being women. It was not about Sandra Day O'Connor. It doesn't explain why graduation rates were so low for women. That doesn't really matter at all, and it doesn't really do that, right? And then it blurs the focus of the paragraph on Sandra Day O'Connor. Answer choice D, right? So this whole thing is about Sandra Day O'Connor. This is really more about 6% of college graduates being women. So they kind of mention O'Connor, right? But it really does blur the focus of like this really being more about biographical information of her, not really about how many college graduates were women in that same year as her. So answer choice D.